I love building the development plan with companies that includes both the science and the regulatory part. Did you ever wonder how some great new medical discoveries reach a blockbuster status and some others just fail spectacularly? Let's take a second and take a look at why that might be happening. We've all seen this. We just don't know why. Some new product comes on, it's generously reimbursed, it's covered by everyone, everything's great. And another product came on that looked just as promising and it fell flat. What could have happened? What's the difference between the two products? Well, there could be a few key differences. One is folks focused early on getting the product covered under American insurance. Not an easy process anymore. The next thing is the reimbursement for a particular patient or category of patient could have been better defined based on science done early on in conjunction with the clinical trials. So not just coverage and reimbursement, it could be the payment rate. You get a new technology coming on the market, but it's only covered at the same old price of the same old technology, and you're dead. So there's a fourth piece, which is getting the product adopted in the clinical community. Doctors have to change their method of practice to adopt the new product, not a Holter monitor for blood pressure anymore, but a Zeo patch and a month's worth of monitoring. Those kinds of changes aren't easy to get into the medical system anymore. There's no magic wand that's going to fix this, but there are some things you know you have to do early on, and those things have been changing over the last few years. And in the next few years, especially the post-corona era, things we know will be changing even more. So paying attention from day one is important. When you do any scientific development, any clinical trial, think about the economic impact, think about the patient impact, think about special populations like the elderly. You're going to need that data to be covered and paid, approved, used. It's all part of a market launch that makes sense. That's how one product becomes a blockbuster and the other falls flat. So I love building the development plan with companies that includes both the science and the regulatory part. You need someone who can speak all those languages, have the scientists talk to the lawyers talk to the finance people talk to the investors, pull it all together, that's your development plan. And if you can do that, you have a great shot. If you can't do that, I have nothing to say. I'd like to say that it's all about the testing stage, but really, there's a lot more than that. How about partnerships? Did you know that a lot of government agencies can offer data sets for free to any startup who's wanting to find claims data, patient data, a lot of economic things, and a lot of clinical comparison studies? You just need to find out where to partner with those government agencies, and millions of dollars of help is really there for the asking. Building key opinion leaders, getting a strategic partnership with a medical specialty college or a patient advocacy group could really start early on, so that when you're fighting that difficult coverage and reimbursement battle, you have patients on your side and doctors on your side, and it's not just you hoping to make some money and convincing a committee of those things going on. Building a real-world plan for your market launch isn't simple. Starting early on isn't always simple. It's an investment, but it has to happen in order to succeed in the marketplace. It just has to happen. Understanding all the different players in the US market, the role they can play, the contributions they can make, the stumbling blocks that they can place in front of you, has to happen, and it has to happen with a lot of people on the team. But sometimes you can get some help from different corners, pull it together, and you have an unbelievable case to make when it's time to launch in the US.